was 26 years old when I decided I was not gonna lie anymore. The reason I got the thought was because, I'd already been homeless for several years and all I had was what I could carry on me. And don't get me wrong, I wasn't sleeping in a box or a tent on a skid row type of homeless. Yeah, I had no home. I squatted at different people's houses, until they had their fill of me. And I've always had that sixth sense or whatever. As soon as their energy would shift to where I could definitely hear it screaming, I wish she'd get the fuck out. Well, then I would. I am not the type of person that will stay in a place where I know I'm not wanted. Yeah, I'm not. That's not me. So even though it had been whatever you want to call it, spiritual, not necessarily religious, because I didn't grow up in a home where any sort of religious anything was spoken of ever. The only time I heard, Jesus, it was always followed by a goddamn. He would go to, the big fancy Presbyterian church downtown once a year on Christmas Eve, and we only did that about 2 or 3 times. Other than that, I mean, there was just God. God wasn't a thing I ever heard about. Now, having said that, there was never a time in my life that I can remember where I didn't absolutely know that God was. As was the case with many, many things in my life at that age, I didn't have anybody to, even if I wanted to talk about God, I didn't have anybody to talk, I didn't have anyone to talk to about, I just, those people weren't available. So I was left with my own ability to think and to reason, and that's what I did. And for that, I am truly freaking grateful. My God, I look at other people, especially around in the South, how absolutely nuts they are. Religion and they do one thing at church and another thing anyway. I did not say that from some sort of holier than thou perspective, because yeah, if I wanted to do something bad, I just did it. You've seen the videos on this channel, right? Honestly, had no idea where I was going with this video or what the point of it was going to be. I've got my point now, and I knew it would come. And I guess my point's going to sound something like, I think religion and the denominations and all this and that, I totally, absolutely, 100 believe was created to just not make people lose their way, just not even find the right path to begin with, period. Even more deceptive than that is how religion will hook generations of people for their entire lives. To me, that's really sad, because just the opportunity to live on planet Earth right now in the third dimension, it's easier to win the Powerball. I promise. Ask Neil deGrasse Tyson. Okay, so I'm about to say something that I don't go around saying. I don't want to, but I feel like I guess it needs to be said, because if it weren't for that, then I would not be sitting here making this effing video. Prophet, or I don't know what I am. I don't know. I just know. I'm different. I'm different than any of them. And I don't mean that in a good way or a bad way. It is what it is. I don't know how to explain it. I can't find any teachers teach me what I need to know. Yeah, I can find, at least 3 Even, the ones that teach the analytical knowledge. Not many of them. I love learning that stuff. I do, but even when I'm watching them, there's only one person I found on YouTube feel like the real deal, right? Everybody else, if anything, the past 8 months should have proven to the entire freaking world who's real and who's fake. Before we become adepts, we're students. Even the masters are still students. Everyone's always a student. Students have questions. Just to ignore that, to be able to just ignore the biggest thing we've ever seen live streamed in our entire lives. How do you ignore that? I am a grown ass, middle-aged woman, 50 years old, who has I've got my own boatload of early childhood trauma that I'm having to do therapy on myself because of the way our medical mafia is set up. I can't get therapy unless I pay out of pocket. I can't afford to pay out of pocket, so I don't get therapy. Even if I want to see a psychiatrist, I have to unask $400 for the first appointment, and then $85 each additional appointment, just to get somebody to write me my Klonopins and Adderall. As far as getting therapy, talk therapy, DBT, no, I don't get any of that shit. This is the next thing. It has caused me. I'm dealing, like I said, I'm still dealing with my own trauma. Now, every time I turn on social media, I'm being inundated. If being inundated by those pictures that are there for everyone to see constantly, if that isn't affecting you, I gotta ask what the fuck is wrong with you. Something's wrong with you. You probably should have that looked at. Just saying. I haven't slept since the day after. I've slept, of course, but I don't sleep the same. It's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same. My whole life, I've never been political. I voted one time in 1996 for the presidential election. I only voted because I could, and I never had voted for president. So, hey, why not? After that, I quickly realized, if I hadn't already, that it's all theater. All of it is theater. There's not two different parties. Look how they vote. I mean, I can't even make this shit up. And now they're purposefully destroying the country. But the point is, we live in a dumpster fire and nobody's doing anything about it. You got the spiritual non-dual people saying, no, but none of this is real. The fuck, it's not real. Yeah, it's real. If you live in the third dimension, and if you're watching this video, you do, then it's real. It's happening. It's real. There's a door right there. It's my bedroom door. If somebody had asked me at the beginning of this conversation, do I believe anything exists on the other side of the door, I would definitely say, no, I don't, and I would still be being completely 100% authentic. The things about God that I don't think people understand or want, because everybody wants to anthropomorphize God. You can't do that. Why would you want to? Is my biggest. Why? Personally, I don't like humans that other people. I'm not a huge fan of people. Not. But I don't want God to be a people. Ugh. Think deeper about things going within. A person cannot expect to accomplish any type of spiritual goal, mindset, anything like that, including all you people that are doing the law of attraction manifestation. Everything they're telling you is true because it's the science of it, right? But they're leaving out some giant things. I am not a teacher. Not one time ever, not ever, ever, ever did I say, hey, I want to be a teacher. I don't want to do this at all. But since nobody else is talking about the things that I think, I refuse to believe that I'm the only person that is experiencing these spiritual things that I'm experiencing, and but I can't. I haven't found anybody else who's talking about it, so I said, well, shit, let me be the one. Here I am, a channel full of breastfeeding a 17-year-old videos. If that scares you away, convinces you that I'm a liar and a fraud, then this ain't your area anyway. And I say that with love.